Sum of two cubes. Sum of two cubes. Well, sum of two cubes, easy. Same with difference of two squares, easy peasy. This is what you need to understand, only what's written here. This. If you can understand this part, then you're done with understanding the sum of two cubes. So basically for the first one, gonna have the first term plus the last term, first bracket. In total, you have two brackets. First bracket, first term plus last term, right? So the first term, right? First term, it's not 8, right? As you can see, this represents first term cubed, then last term cubed. So it's 1 cubed. And then here, the cube of 8, it's 2. 2x plus 1. That is your first term, the first bracket. The second bracket is the first term squared. First term squared. If we can put this to this format next, just so it can be easy, you can say 2 exponent x, then this is all cubed plus 1 exponent 3. Then would understand this simpler. So it's the first term squared. So you're gonna say 2x squared gives you 4x squared minus first term and last term, 2x times 2. So you have minus 2x. And then the last term squared, you square 1, it's positive 1. Sharp. What you need to understand, I think in order for you to, I was gonna say I'm gonna repeat it, but then you have the controls to repeat the explanation. Yeah? But I can further make it easy. First thing you should do, make these things into brackets. Simplify this. All you can do is go to your calculator and press 8. If you press 8, then press equal sign. It's gonna give you 8. Then after having 8, you're gonna press shift. You're gonna press shift. I almost said I'm pressed. Shift. You're gonna select shift, and then there's a button that has I don't know, parentheses. I don't think they're parentheses. They're inverted commas, and then on top it's written factor. It's written fact. So you're gonna click on that calculator, click on that button. It's gonna give you 2 exponent 3. That is how we got the 2. Then 2x, then 1. So we can look at the second one. Probably we'll have a better understanding. Before this, if you can look at this, we have a 5, and 5, it's not actually a cube. You understand? So we can factor the 5 out, right? And 40 also is not a cube. So it means, firstly, you need to factor out. Remember that taking out of a common factor, it's the most basic form of factorization. So you should always consider it when attempting a question of factorization. Always check if you can take out a common factor before attempting the question. So in this case, it's applicable. So 5 is our common factor. 5 goes into 5 and also into 40. So value of, we're gonna take out 5. So it's going to be 5. Then I remain with x cubed plus 16. Plus 16. Sharp. Oh, sorry, it's not 16. It's not 16. It's my bad. It's not 16. It's 8. It's 8. 8. It's 8. It's 8. Yes. So this is the same as this one. So you're gonna have the 5. Open up a bracket. Open up another one. Then a big one. So x first term plus first term. 2, right? Cube of 8 is 2. Then you have 4, sorry, not 4x squared plus first and last. So first and last, 2x. Then plus the last one squared, it is 4. That is your final answer. That is your final answer. So we can do this if you're dealing with sum of two squares. This is the order. You're gonna have two brackets. Going to be plus, minus, plus. So if it's a sum, if it's plus, you start with plus, then you definitely know the middle sign is a negative. So it's plus, minus, plus. Sharp. We can check the difference now, the difference of two cubes. We did the sum of two cubes. Now it's the difference. The distinction between difference and sum, it's the sign. Difference, it's a negative. And then for sum, it's a positive. So this means that for difference of two squares, same thing, it's just that difference of different signing. So you're gonna have the first term it's AB minus 1 over 2, and then over, open another bracket. So it's the first term squared, AB squared, then minus. Remember, it's a plus. Remember that you multiply the first term and the first one and the last one from here. First and last. So you're gonna have AB all over 2. It's the same as 1 over 2 times AB. Same thing. And then plus this squared, the last term squared, which is 1 over 4. That is the final answer. Difference of two squares, the order is minus, plus, and plus. Sum of two squares, you begin with positive. If it's a negative, start with the negative. We started with the negative. Understanding this is essential. Understanding this part here, very important. And then we look at the second one. These are a bit complex. Remember the bracket, they like brackets. So don't be confused. Don't quiver, don't shiver. Okay, I don't know where I get that, but I think it was relevant. Sure. First term, open a bracket. First term is 2. 2, then minus. Open a bracket for this one. A minus 1. Simple like that. A minus 1. A minus 1. A minus 1. A minus 1. Remember for this part, probably I didn't make it simpler. You can make it simple for yourself by saying that A, B, and then you cube it. Then minus 1 over 2 exponent 3, right? So you'll be able to know first term and second term. The values of the first term is AB, value of the second term is 1 over 2. And then from here, you have first term squared. First term squared is 4. The square of 2 is 4. And then minus first term is going to be a positive because of the order. Remember the order is plus, it's minus, plus, plus. Then times, this is the last term, which is A minus 1. And then plus this squared going to be A minus 1 all squared, all squared, all squared, all squared, all squared. So you can further simplify this. You can further simplify this, or you can just leave it as it is. You can further simplify it, so it's going to be 2. If you multiply the negative a is going to be negative a, the negative 1 is going to be positive 1, then I add it. So we're going to have 3 plus a in the first bracket. Then I look into the second bracket, right? So I'm going to have negative, positive 2 multiplying a negative 1. So negative 2 plus 4 is going to give me 2. And then this is a positive a, right? So this is a positive a, this is a positive a. Just so I don't confuse you, I can just say 4 and then you see out the 4 steps. So 2a minus 2 and then plus this one squared, it's a squared minus 2a. This is not a difference of 2 squares, please, man. You're just having these two, multiplying them, plus 1. So you're gonna have 3 plus a. And this is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then plus 1 is 3. So you're gonna have 3. Then 2a minus 2a is 0. So we have 3a plus a cubed, a squared, sorry, a squared. Yeah, and that is your final answer. Final answer. And that's that for the difference of 2 squares, of 2 cubes. So in order for you to understand concepts and attempt questions of factorizations, these are the steps that they call them the golden rules of factorization. This was extracted from Mind Action series. So applying the sign change rule, do you see that this element is very important? This element is very important if you have 2 terms, right? Or taking out a common factor if it exists, and then difference or sum of 2 cubes where possible. Sign change rule, sign change rule, sign change rule, sign change rule. Very important, right? You can just go through these steps, then attempt questions.